Hello folks, welcome to Bears Boldly Go, Lost Bears, where we're reviewing Star Trek Prodigy. And boy, do these episodes boldly go.
They certainly do.
We are reviewing A Moral Star Part 1 and 2, which is episode 9 and 10 of the first half, of season 1 of Prodigy. It is the season break.
Yes.
Because we've got another 10 episodes of season 1 coming later in the year.
Yeah. What happens in this one then, James? Or these two? I will call it one, because it's sort of one episode.
The diviner, he offers a deal. If they give him the protostar, he'll free
the unwanted.
Yes, all his prisoners.
I like that term.
Yeah.
It's dark, but like it doesn't necessarily have the same like connotations.
Also goes through that they're not unwanted, and there's some wonderful moments around them. This episode.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Now they're stuck with a dilemma. What do they do? And they and ah between potentially going to Starfleet and bringing a Starfleet crew, like getting some Starfleet help to come and rescue these people, but that might take too long, or coming up with some kind of plan themselves. And we don't have a plan revealed to us. And I guess we're a few weeks out actually at this point, but spoilers for these episodes.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, we don't get the plan revealed to us. It's revealed as the episode goes along. But they go to make the deal. Yeah.
Which, in the meantime, we get a lovely montage sequence
of them
all chipping in together and
and we get them in Starfleet uniforms.
We do, yeah. Like
they put on
bang up to date Starfleet uniforms.
Yeah, they put on the. Are they cadet uniforms or are they the ship's uniform?
I think they're the ship's uniform. I think they're whatever it would count as, whether it's a science vessel or I think it's because it's an NX series, isn't it? So it's a
yes.
prototype.
I'm still funky on timings with this show.
Yeah, because spoilers for the very end of it, but Janeway.
We'll get there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's.
I mean, we know Janeway's an admiral. Janeway was an admiral pretty much at the end of Voyager.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. But yeah, it's.
She had admiral before Picard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was more troublesome. So, and let's face it, she didn't necessarily need to see any more of space.
No.
So, giving her the desk job.
Clearly hasn't got a desk job though. She's clearly he has a ship admiral.
She's an active admiral.
Because I don't think that's a ship where she's just shown up and it's like, okay, well you're the admiral, you're in charge now. I think that's her ship. But yeah, we'll get there. That's
she's a fleet admiral or something.
Yeah, that's a conversation for the end of the episode.
Yeah. So you get the nice new uniforms. They all come together. They're finally a team. They've all got their Starfleet badges on and things like that. And they all look great. Like even who's the non-corporeal one? Zero. Even Zero's robot suit has a uniform as well.
So yeah, they fly back to the mining asteroid.
Doesn't have one.
No, Murph doesn't have one. I love Murph.
But Murph now does seem to have a permanent position sat in the even though Murph obviously they haven't fully explored yet what Murph is or whether Murph knows what's going on. But Murph now has a permanent position, which I thought was a lovely touch.
Murph is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, isn't he?
Is he?
He voices all of the clones in Clone Wars.
Oh.
He's the voice of every clone in all the animated Star Wars, whether it be Rebels, Clone Wars, Bad Batch. D. Bradley Baker is the clones.
is the clone. Interesting.
He's Rex. He's Cody. He's.
Does he get to play Boba at any point? Then.
I don't think he played Boba. No.
No. That's interesting. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice little touch, anyway.
Because I think Boba, obviously, throughout the Clone Wars show, was always younger than the clones because he's still a.
Yes, I suppose he would be. Yeah. Although maybe if they did an old Rex, like at some point, because obviously they retconned it so that he was in Jedi, didn't they? So.
It's more about his design throughout Rebels matches.
Yeah.
Like kind of fits an old soldier. I think maybe a fan just spotted it and they kind of went, "Yeah, why not?"
Yeah, which again, it's a nice touch, isn't it? So
yeah.
Why not?
Thing is, if we see a live action Rex, like post Jedi, I'd like Morrison to play it. I mean, Morrison should play it.
He should, yeah. But obviously, if it's going to be the Rex that's in Jedi, then I think put the big old beard.
Oh yeah, he has to have a beard. Old Rex has a beard.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get.
Yeah, we're on the wrong star here.
We're on the wrong star. There's no such thing as the wrong star, James. No matter what some people say out there, you can. There is.
I am a big fan of both, but I did come to a conclusion the other day that if someone put me at gunpoint and was like, "You have to give up one," it'd be Wars.
Yeah, I'd say, like. I mean, it would be a difficult choice to make.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, if it was literally that it was gone from existence, but everything that it inspired remained, then I'd be fine with that. But if it was gone from existence, but everything that it inspired went, because I think the thing is that, like, I wouldn't. Given the choice, if it was. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we're digressing. Let's get back on track. Maybe we can do a whole episode on that thought.
Ooh. It's a difficult, yeah. Oh, that's awful.
But yeah. So they land and they make the deal. And this first episode kind of ends with them taking. Like Gwyn stays with the bad guys
because her father changes the parameters of the deal.
Yes, and seemingly because he's very angry at seeing her wearing a Federation badge.
Yeah.
And they blow up the asteroid's power on the way out.
Because he part of the trade was that that they would get his ship in return.
Red Star?
Because yes, the Red Star. Yeah. I'm sure that's what it's called.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. And of course, he says the properly like evil villainy thing of, I said they could have a ship. I didn't say that it could have power.
Yeah.
And
reprograms Janeway into Goth Janeway.
Yeah, Goth Janeway.
I quite liked Goth Janeway. It's a good look.
I think we all like Goth Janeway. I did see quite a lot of simping for Goth Janeway. The week that it came out as well. There were a few thirsty Twitter handles out there, I think, for Goth Janeway.
But yeah, so they unfortunately discover that they don't have a protostar. It's all been and what you get in the next, I think chapter 1 is the appropriate setup, but part 2 is where it sings. And when this kind of notion of how important language and understanding is, with them getting the translations working. So these people have been working side by side for years, but have never been able to understand each other, can talk.
Yeah.
They can converse, and there's this absolutely beautiful moment between two guys who've clearly worked next to each other for a long time, and they can finally talk, and they're like, "Oh, I've always wanted to tell you how I feel," and it's just this wonderful.
It was lovely, wasn't it? And like, I mean, obviously, you could take it as it being like a kind of camaraderie or brotherly love. You could take it as more than that as well. You could read it however you wanted to with that, and I thought that was a really, like, for how small it was a beautifully written little piece.
It's the best part. I think that is the best bit in these 2 episodes, to be fair.
And that's not necessarily to diss the episodes
No,
either.
because they're great episodes. I just think
it
hammers home the message perfectly.
Yeah.
And the fact that then they can communicate, so they're able to fight back because they can communicate. And and you get them fighting for control over the ships. But you get them working together. They form a crew under, and again, it's worth noting, it's a crew under Dal.
Yeah.
Like, Dal steps into the role of captain here, and he leads them all very well.
Oh, exceptionally well, and I think obviously because, as the season opened, we see him yet again, what apparently is yet again making an attempt to escape.
Yeah.
So for him, obviously this is incredibly personal, but it's also, if anything, it's his arena.
Yeah.
As much as it is the villain's arena, it's possibly more so Dal's arena. He knows it inside and out.
Yeah.
Not just because he's worked there, but because he's tried to escape.
It's also his fear of losing his crew.
Fear of losing things, his crew, but like, there's a confidence there that comes through because in an odd way, he's, in a sporting term, he's playing at home.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's, everything finally comes together for him as a captain, as a leader, and it's a lovely little arc. I don't know how many months off part 2 of season
it's the
1.
furthest out.
Yeah, so I do wonder if they'll just rename it to season 2.
No, it's animation. Yeah. This is how. This is part of the format of how kind of, because fundamentally this is a Nickelodeon cartoon that's also on Paramount, and this is kind of how that stuff works.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Because it's like, obviously we're not there yet, but there's a nice resolution while leading to what happens next. It could be the end of season 1.
But it's the furthest out. So we've got, obviously, the second half of Disco starts now.
Yeah.
Picard, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks at some point in the summer. Yeah. And then I think back to Prodigy.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But before we get there,
well, we also find out who the diviner is. He's from the future.
Yep.
Sent back to stop Starfleet from destroying his planet,
his
civilization. Because it sounds like it's a first contact that went wrong.
Yeah, it's a nice setup though, because like, especially over these 2 episodes, it kind of teases that it's almost like it's Star Trek. Sorry, not Star Trek. Starfleet's fault. Starfleet's fault. Starfleet's fault. And you think, well, how could Starfleet have done it? Like, and it is that simplest of things. If like, it's because it was an isolationist society who, as he said, believed that they
were the only things in the universe.
Not only the only things, but the greatest things in the universe.
Yeah.
So if there was anything else, it wasn't worth meeting. That they, obviously, the presence of Starfleet has shattered this illusion.
And tears the civilization apart.
Which I think has been covered in a different Star Trek episode. I can't remember what season or what have you.
It's a wonderful moment, and obviously they gain victory, but at great loss. Like, we obviously discover that Prodigy is a bomb designed to destroy Starfleet. Not Prodigy, Protostar. Like, they've obviously captured this ship from Chakotay.
Yeah.
What I reckon has probably happened is Chakotay was leading a new mission into the Delta Quadrant at the helm of a Protostar. A ship that could, in theory, get there on its own and back.
Get there, recharge, come back.
Yeah. And they caught it while it was out there.
Yeah.
But potentially, maybe in an attempt to stop them from getting it, Chakotay maybe crashed it into the asteroid.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been mining for.
Possibly, yeah.
Like, maybe maybe they programmed it in the hope that Chakotay would take it back, but they realised what had been done, so Chakotay did what he needed to do.
Yeah. Because, of course, the thing is, it's like, obviously they reveal in this that, yes, the Protostar, the ship, is a weapon. And it doesn't seem to necessarily be a... They didn't explain what it was, because it can't be a bomb, because to destroy the entirety of Starfleet
They described exactly what it was.
They said it was a weapon, but I mean...
Yeah, because as soon as it gets back, it sends a signal to all other Starfleet vessels and...
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah. So it's more of a computer virus then, I suppose.
Yes, the fact that is what it is. And obviously, obviously their civilization is still out there because Starfleet hasn't met it yet.
Yeah. But it's possibly not that far off.
No. So, they end up imprisoning the Diviner back on his asteroid alone because I think he's been destroyed. Dreadnought.
Dreadnought, yeah.
Yeah.
General Grievous.
Yeah. And the Unwanted are now the crew of the Diviner ship and take it out into space. Including
that cute little cat.
Yes, who seems to be captain.
From the first episode, who, like, it's revealed has some sort of adamantium claws.
Yes.
And just swipes the neck of Dreadnought. And head comes off.
Yeah, and seems to take, like, at least if you shoot it, it seems to be the captain of...
Yeah.
Again,
a nice, lovely little way of tying it all together.
Gwyn unfortunately gets injured and forgets this revelation about...
the bomb.
So they decide to head to Federation space.
Yeah. How did she get injured, though, James? Because that was a pivotal point.
Zero basically decides,
I'm going to get naked.
Well,
sort of.
Leaves the shell, so their pure energy is out in the... And obviously does a number on the Diviner, but unfortunately Gwyn catches a reflection in the Federation badge.
Yeah.
So it effectively wipes her short-term memory, doesn't it? Speaking of actually, because it's coming on Disney Plus this weekend, and you should definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Angus Imrie, the voice of Zero.
Oh yeah.
Plays the young Merlin in the Joe Cornish film, The Kid Who Would Be King. With Patrick Stewart playing the old Merlin.
Huh.
And it's a very good film. And I think you get a kick out of it, so you should watch it when it hits Disney Plus.
So 2 Star Trek characters playing Merlin.
Yeah. And then obviously we get the end of mid-season break teaser of the... What's the ship called?
I can't remember what her ship is called. For those potentially listening to this, James is looking up the name of Admiral Janeway's ship.
Yes.
Which looks weird. Like,
it looks like the ship Evil Future Her had. That was technically a Borg trap.
yeah.
I've heard a bunch of people say, "Wait, hold on a sec. Did like Jamie return and Starfleet decided, you know what? That sounds like a really cool ship you encountered in your there. Let's make it."
Let's just build it anyway. Yeah.
Because I think it's named after the same ship from that as well.
Huh.
But I can't.
Can't find it.
No.
Plus, she wasn't evil.
I
She
know.
was jaded because of a slightly different future.
It could be interesting actually if we have a jaded Admiral Janeway somewhat, and we get this weird like coaster of holographic Janeway that's kind of designed to be the ideal Janeway against an older, more because Janeway has some dark kind of sides to her.
She does, yeah, but it almost feels like the holographic Janeway would be the collaboration of the Doctor and Reg Barclay. Excuse me. And so would be the absolute ideal of what Janeway is. But yeah, I mean, she might be a touch jaded because she's like returned from being, I suppose, answerable almost only to herself.
Yeah.
And her interpretation of Starfleet
because
rules.
they are wearing the same uniform that alternative kind of future Janeway wore as well.
Yeah.
Are we entirely sure Prodigy is set in the
in the Prime universe?
I think it is, to be fair.
Yeah. I get the feeling, timeline wise, it's maybe 10 years after the return of Voyager.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like not too far.
Yeah, I just can't seem to find the name of it. But we get there is a glimpse of what may be Tuvok on the bridge.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
You see a Vulcan that looks a bit like Tuvok in the background.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And you also, obviously, we see an ensign at the kind of helm, picking up protostar signal. It was a nice little snippet to end it on, and I do hope we see more of real Janeway in the following.
Yeah. Definitely. It's interesting that they can pick the signal up as well, because it does hint, therefore, that it must be like an outrageously powerful thing if that far away they could actually pick up.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, to be fair, at this point in time, they could be on the edge of the.
Possibly. Yeah.
Because it sounds like she's actively hunting, trying to find Chakotay.
Yes. Definitely.
So it would make sense that they would be
on the way.
Yeah. But yes, good series.
A very good series. I think we've said it before, but Star Trek is running on all cylinders at the moment.
Yeah, Discovery's back now as of today, of us recording this. Apparently it's a cracking first episode from what I've seen of the buzz. Well, not first episode. It's a cracking episode 8 from what I've seen of the.
I think we've said it before, but I think that like modern Trek, there is something for everyone. So even if you don't necessarily enjoy all of it, there is.
I mean, there's got to be people who disagree with you there.
There will be people who disagree with it, and I feel sorry for them, James.
Yeah.
Because, especially Lower Decks.
Oh yeah, God, I love Lower Decks. If you
can't enjoy Lower Decks, then I question whether you enjoy life.
But yeah, Prodigy, great opening. In the pantheon of, and up there in the pantheon of Star Trek first seasons. I mean, again, not that it's hopefully difficult to be up there in the pantheon of Star Trek first seasons, but
no, but I think given that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different shows now.
Yeah.
10 when Strange
God,
New
I'm
Worlds.
so excited for Strange New Worlds. Have you seen that
Oh.
poster of Pike on horseback and then just the
Yes.
Enterprise in the Strange New Worlds is going to be so good. I really hope it's episodic. I know it's probably not going to be, so I shouldn't get my hopes up. But I really hope it's episodic.
But if anything could get away with it, it would be Strange New Worlds.
That's for sure. It should be episodic.
Yeah.
And if it's not, I might have things to say. Like, I mean, it's potentially great,
Lower Decks
but
has proven it can do it.
Pardon?
Lower Decks has proven that modern Star Trek can do it. So I think that, like, even if there's potentially a light arc, that because obviously the thing is with Pike, we know where Pike's ending is.
Yes.
And doesn't Pike know where it is now as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously that's your overarch.
I mean, this is his second 5-year mission.
Yeah. So that,
which definitely canonizes Cage's happening in his first 5-year mission.
Yeah. So like, yeah, Pike knows where it's going. Pike, like, because he's already seen the future. He knows how he's going to end off. So for him, actually doing an episodic thing of literally a Strange New World every time, would be great, because it's like, I have limited amounts of time.
Yeah, let's live it.
So let's go and see all of it. Like,
I know we're both less keen on Picard, but I will say something nice about Picard. I saw some concept designs of, the La Sirena, the ship. It is a nice ship in Picard.
Oh, it's a lovely ship.
Yeah,
it's a lovely. I mean, the thing is, I can't disagree with any of the design choices or the aesthetics for any of Picard as a thing. Like, even the performances, I think it's another one.
I like a return to some carpeted floors in spaceships.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It's comfortable and quiet.
I saw a. Speaking of carpets, and this is completely unrelated to pretty much anything we've discussed today, but I saw like a headline article about effectively to people who live in shoeless houses, as in the kind of households where they would prefer you take your shoes off.
Yeah.
This is why I will not be doing it. Why do you assume your carpets are cleaner than my shoes? It's like, hey, if you don't want to take your shoes off, feel free, but there's the door. You can just turn yourself back round and go out.
Yeah. I
take my shoes off everywhere, but then I don't like things on my feet. I'm not a shoe person in the bed. Like, I'm not a slipper person in the house. Like,
I have to be a slipper person sometimes, and this is again getting way off Star Trek, but I get a lot of cramps if I don't have something on my feet.
Like, if it's people probably say this is disgusting as well, but if it's a day where I'm not leaving the house, and I know I'm not leaving the house in the morning, it's rare socks will ever make it to my feet.
Same.
Like, because why constrain them? They need to breathe.
And let's face it, if you are the captain of your own starship, bringing it all the way back
barefooted on your carpeted deck.
Barefooted on your carpeted deck, possibly. I mean, I don't own pajamas.
Picard just leaves his ready room and just isn't wearing anything on his feet.
Yeah, like just wearing his grandpa pajamas and no shoes or socks.
Like, hey, this is my house, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what it is for a lot of them.
Yeah,
with the smaller ones, it's a bloody floating house that's out in the space. So why the hell not?
Yep. And on that note,
next time we will discuss what tiling would you have in your spaceship, in the toilet or the bathroom.
Usually, after we leave you at the end of the season, there's usually a bit of a gap before you see us talk about Star Trek again. But as we live in the age of Star Trek,
it does seem to be the age of Star Trek now, doesn't it?
Star Trek every week forever. We'll see you next week. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, everyone.